I'm going to ask you something, and I want you to really sit with it for a moment. Have you ever felt like your mind is racing at night, and at the same time, you can barely remember what you did yesterday? That strange mix of anxiety and brain fog, like your thoughts are loud, but your memory is quiet? I know this feeling intimately. After I turned 50, it became my nightly companion, tossing and turning while my brain replayed every worry. Then waking up in a fog, as if I had never slept at all. And then, while reading through old herbalism texts one afternoon, I stumbled upon something remarkable. An herb that was once called the gladdening of the heart. A plant so prized that medieval physicians prescribed it for melancholy, forgetfulness, and a troubled mind. Yet today, almost nobody talks about it. Its name? Lemon balm. But what if this forgotten herb, gentle, easy to grow, and backed by modern science, was exactly what women over 50 need for both calm and mental clarity? That's exactly what I set out to discover. So, let's get into the why. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Mind Over Age. Lemon balm's story begins over 2,000 years ago. The ancient Greeks and Romans called it Melissa, which beautifully means honeybee. They noticed that bees were irresistibly drawn to its tiny white flowers. But it was the Persian physician Avicenna, writing over 1,000 years ago, who first documented what women today desperately need to hear. He wrote that lemon balm causeth the mind and heart to become merry, and sharpeneth the understanding. The Benedictine monks preserved this knowledge in their monastery gardens, distilling lemon balm into what they called Carmelite water, a remedy for anxiety, restlessness, and mental fatigue. This humble garden herb, with its soft green leaves and gentle lemon scent, was once considered one of the most valuable medicines for the mind. Yet somehow in our modern world of pharmaceuticals and quick fixes, it faded quietly into the background. But here's why this matters specifically for us, for women over 50 navigating menopause and perimenopause. During menopause, two things happen simultaneously that create the perfect storm for brain fog and anxiety. First, declining estrogen levels directly impact acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter responsible for memory, learning, and mental sharpness. Think of acetylcholine as the messenger that carries information between your brain cells. When estrogen drops, this messenger slows down. Messages get delayed. You walk into a room and forget why. Second, the calming neurotransmitter GABA also becomes less active. GABA is your brain's off switch. It's what tells your racing thoughts, we're safe. We can rest now. Without enough GABA activity, anxiety creeps in, sleep becomes shallow, and your brain never truly switches off. This is the 1-2 punch that so many women over 50 experience. A foggy memory during the day and an anxious, restless mind at night. And this is exactly where lemon balm becomes so remarkable. Modern research has confirmed what those medieval monks knew intuitively. A landmark 2014 study published in the journal Nutrients found that lemon balm significantly reduced stress and improved cognitive performance, specifically memory and focus. But what fascinated me more was how it works. Lemon balm appears to gently support both acetylcholine and GABA. It helps calm the anxious mind while sharpening the foggy one, a beautiful two-pronged approach that feels almost designed for menopause. Here's what happens inside your brain when you introduce lemon balm. The leaves contain compounds called rosmarinic acid and oleanolic acid. These are not just names in a textbook. Research suggests they actually cross the blood-brain barrier and interact with your neurotransmitter systems. Rosmarinic acid acts as a gentle guardian for GABA, helping it stay active longer, which means your brain's off switch works more effectively. This is why lemon balm has been shown in multiple studies to reduce anxiety scores significantly. sometimes within just an hour of taking it. Meanwhile, lemon balm also appears to protect acetylcholine from breaking down too quickly. That means the messenger responsible for your memory and learning gets to do its job for longer. A 2018 study even found that a single dose of lemon balm improved memory accuracy and increased feelings of calm, with effects measurable within 60 to 90 minutes. And the result? A clearer mind and a calmer nervous system from one gentle plant. Therefore, I decided to test it myself. My hypothesis was simple. If I replaced my afternoon coffee with lemon balm tea, would I notice a difference in my anxiety levels and my mental clarity? I committed to 1 cup every evening for 2 weeks. Not a supplement, not an extract. Just the simple, gentle tea. And the results surprised me. Within the first few days, I noticed that my usual 4 p.m. anxiety, that tightness in my chest, and the racing thoughts felt quieter, less urgent. It wasn't that my thoughts disappeared. It was that they stopped screaming at me. By the end of the second week, something even more profound happened. My sleep deepened. I was falling asleep faster, staying asleep longer, and waking up without that heavy, gray fog. It felt like someone had gently turned the lights on in a dim room. But as always, I want to be honest and keep you safe. Lemon balm is one of the safest herbs in the world, classified as grass, or generally recognized as safe by the FDA. But there are a few important things you need to know. First, lemon balm can interact with thyroid medication. If you take levothyroxine or any thyroid treatment, lemon balm may interfere with its absorption. Always consult your doctor before adding any herb to your routine. Second, if you take sedatives or sleep medication, lemon balm's natural calming effect may enhance them. So talk to your doctor about timing and dosage. Third, start gently. The simplest and most beautiful way to use lemon balm is as a tea. Take 1 teaspoon of dried lemon balm leaves or a small handful of fresh leaves and steep them in hot water for about 10 minutes. The flavor is delicate, softly lemony, slightly minty, almost floral. A teaspoon of honey brings out its sweetness beautifully. It's a moment of intentional calm that tells your brain, we are safe. We are taking care of ourselves. If you want to use it long-term, typically 1 to 2 cups per day is all you need. I prefer mine in the evening, about an hour before bed, as part of my wind-down ritual. But I want to be completely clear. I am not a doctor, and this video is not medical advice. Every body is unique, especially after 50, and what worked for me may need to be adapted for you. Always consult your healthcare provider before introducing any new herb, especially if you take medication. But here's what I love about lemon balm. It doesn't demand anything dramatic from you. It doesn't ask you to buy expensive supplements or follow complicated protocols. It simply asks you to slow down, to steep a cup of tea, and to give your mind permission to rest. And honestly, for women over 50 who have spent decades taking care of everyone else, maybe that's exactly what we need. If you've tried lemon balm, or if you're curious to try it after watching this, I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Have you ever grown it in your garden? Have you experienced that gentle shift toward calm? I read every story, and they mean more to me than you know. You aren't losing your mind. You are just in a season that requires a more delicate touch. Try the gladdening herb tonight. Be patient with your progress. Listen to the silence after the first sip. And if this video helped you, please hit that like button and subscribe to Mind Over Age. It helps more women discover these gentle, forgotten remedies. Thank you so much for being here in my calm corner. Take gentle care of your beautiful brain, be kind to your mind, and be well. I'll see you in the next video.